Hi everyone, welcome to Mesón Sol, Spanish video game media outlet, which today switches to English just for a while in order to upload our Kenny interview, which we made back in September 2024. And we uploaded today because yesterday, August 7th, 2025, Make Room, his latest game, was released on Nintendo Switch and Steam. And yeah, sometimes you just need an excuse, right? With more than 1,000 assets to choose from, Make Room wants you to decorate different gardens, camper vans, and obviously rooms according to your own taste or to the demands of the different people living in the island where the game takes place. We recommend you to check out this project through the links in the description below, as well as the main focus of our interview, which is his website gameassets.org. There you can find a long list of different game asset packs free of use for your commercial and non-commercial projects, which are sustainable thanks to the people's donations. So don't hesitate. If it was helpful, please give it some support. And also, if you want to get as much Kenny as possible and you want to contribute right now, there's the Kenny Assets all-in-one pack, which is $19.95, and it gives you access to more than 60,000 different game assets for free to use on your commercial and non-commercial projects, just as we said. And yeah, it's just an example of how far can a human being go when they're given the means to make sustainable their own passion and their own lovely big projects. I was going to say little projects, but it's 60,000 different game assets. So yeah, you just know that. Let's go to the interview. Thanks so much, Kenny, for your time. Thanks so much for everyone watching this video, and to the Indie Dev Day organization for allowing us to have this interview on their event as official media. Let's start with, I don't know how many people is going to watch this that doesn't know about game development itself. So when trying to do a game asset shop, what are you actually offering people?
I'm offering people the illustrations like 2D sprites, 3D models, textures, everything that's used to create a game. Like games are created using programming and a game engine, but they also require a lot of art assets, sound, music, and I try to offer all of that for free. So people don't have a reason not to start with game development. Like that's my goal. People should just have access to these game assets without having to pay. Like a lot of people just don't have the ability to pay. They don't have enough money to buy expensive resources, or they can't even do an online payment at all. And I try to offer good quality stuff to those people. Yeah.
It truly is like that, and as we said, there are the free game assets. And how do you work out your different packs? Because it's a pretty broad discipline. You just said it, a 3D, 2D interface. Do you actually focus on a main topic for a day, for a week, and start developing, or do you try to make packs that actually match with each other?
I try to make the packs as matching as possible, but I also want to have some variety in them. Like people ask me, like a really popular art style is the PlayStation 1 aesthetic, like the classic retro aesthetic. And people ask me, can you make models for that? I'm sure, but I have to learn first. but I do, and I try to keep up the variety. If I release a 3D asset pack, I try to release a 2D one next week, and then a 3D one, and then some audio. Because people, if I release a 3D asset pack, they'll say, well, I'm making a 2D game. It's useless to me. And I'm like, yeah, I understand. I can't do anything at once. So I do try to keep up the variety and make sure that I release all sorts of assets and try to routinely go through them every week. So yeah.
And well, it's a great initiative because right now, game industry, right? It's like so. Yeah. Hell, good luck with everything because it's so tough. But right now we are at that deep low. But when you started, it wasn't that much like that, right? It was you just wanted to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. Like back when I started, there weren't a lot of game assets available, and game engines were pretty limited. Like I remember that Flash was the main thing. Yeah, it's really old. I'm really old. But yeah, everyone was using Flash and publishing their games online, because that was the strong point of Flash. Like you could create a game and instantly showcase it online. Steam wasn't really a thing back then. It was really hard to get your indie game out to the public. And over the years that changed. Like people are always saying oh, Unity is the best or Godot is the best, but it's always an evolving thing. Like nobody uses Flash anymore. Well, I don't want to disadvantage people, but people just move away from stuff and go to new technologies, and it's really important for me to make sure that my game assets keep working. So I do try to keep up with game engines as well. I use Unity and Unreal and Godot and GameMaker and Roblox, and every game engine I try my game assets in to make sure it works. Because I know that people will make a decision for themselves which game engine they think is best. Like, people always ask me, what do you think is best? It's not up to me, it's up to you. Like, what project are you making? What do you want to learn? What do you know? How much time do you want to invest in this? And I just make sure that my game assets work in most game engines. That's my job, yeah.
Man, it sounds so cool, and I played Flash games. That was a good era. Actually, it was a good era. I, in part, low-key miss it, and mostly miss it because of the other things that came around. But talking about Godot, it has been a year, a bit more than a year after all the Unity scandal. How did it settle in the game engine landscape?
I think people moved away from the big choices. Like, there's always a few big choices. I'd say that will be Unreal, Unity, and Godot. And now people are investing their time into smaller engines and hoping they'll grow into bigger engines, and that's really great. It's great to see people not immediately choose the main engine, but find something that works for them. And I think since the whole Unity thing, people moved away not just to Godot, but also to other smaller engines, and I think that's great. Like, I want multiple engines to succeed. Everyone would want multiple engines to succeed because it makes all the other engines better. Like, there's a lot of competition, and that competition is good in that sense. Yeah.
It surely is, and something that we have been missing along the way is own technology. Like, for example, Deck 13 and Germany, they just ditched their Fletch engine for Unreal Engine 5. It's truly sad. We covered that story some months ago, and though Unreal Engine 5 is alright, as you said, all engines have their strong points and weak points. But man, your own technology, like, it's not like your child. It is. But that's not the main argument. It truly has that. That deep heritage from a studio itself. We must value it, right? Although those asset packs may not fit and so on, it's a good part of our heritage as video games go on.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I also try to preserve some games. Like, that's more of a hobby project for me. But it's so important to learn from the past and learn from Flash. Like, that era has ended pretty much. But it also was the beginning of the mobile gaming era and some other aspects of that. And it's important to learn from the past and keep learning every day. Like, keep moving forward every day. You don't want to move backwards, always forward. And I think that people are genuinely doing that. Like, when I see young people at schools, they know so much. Like, I'm really jealous that they grow up in an era where there's a lot of resources, there's YouTube tutorials, there's a lot of available for game development, for learning game development. And it's exciting to think about the future of games. It'll always be better, and that doesn't mean like better visuals or more complex games. It also means like make games more accessible, make sure there's a game for everyone. That's really important, and I think that's great about seeing so many games released. Like out here at Indie Dev Day, there's so many games that I have never heard about and I want to learn about, and there's something for everyone, and I think that's great. That's yeah.
There's something for everyone, and as someone who attended the event last year, it's just like you said, the know-how everyone has here, like it's exponential. The learning curve is so great, and it's like I have a map like circling the good initiatives. Last year I would not say the number, but this year is like double the number, triple the number. It's so crazy how they polish the game and expose themselves to work so much on a project, and well, maybe it doesn't get the money, maybe it doesn't get the recognition, but it's going to give to that heritage, to those people that come after. And yeah, it's like you said, so much knowledge dwelling here. Yeah, absolutely. Like I remember back when indie games were getting popular,
there will be a new game, and everyone knew about the game. Like there was not just a few games, but right now there's so many games, and it's also pretty hard to stand out. But I always say, like, you don't have to stand out. You just want to make a game and reach the audience for your game. Like they need to enjoy it. And I know a lot of indie developers are really happy if someone plays their game, like and experiences it and gives feedback. And that's an important part of it. It's just not money. It's also a passion and receiving back from the people, from the community. Yeah.
I was going to ask him about the event itself. How was he doing? But yeah, it just came around. Your stand itself. How are you doing with the visitors? How's it doing?
Oh well, I've played a few games already, and I had a meet and greet yesterday, and I really expected nobody to come. But there was a constant line of people thanking me for the game assets, and I always say, like, you don't have to thank me, I have to thank you, the community. I just make the game assets. If nobody would use them, I'd be out of a job, pretty much. But people use them, and I'm really thankful for that. And when I walk around Indie Dev Day, like, people just say thank you, and I'm like, that's surreal for me, because I'm just an idiot making game assets. Like, I've been doing it for 10. Well, I know, but that's how it feels like me. Like that's, yeah.
I think it's the most attractive point of this kind of events. We all feel at our house in front of the screen like stupid idiots. Like, oh, I did a podcast. What the hell? Like 30 people watch it. I don't know them, but when the faces come around and they are so joyful, it's come on. It's the most heartwarming moment. I cannot take it. I mean, I lose my composure. It's too good. It's too good. So I'm really happy that you are enjoying the event in that aspect, because you truly deserve it, man. That's it for us. Kenny, thank you so much for your time. It was so cool. I truly loved it. Thanks, man.